What if summoning a demon was just your next viral TikTok challenge? What could possibly go wrong? Stay tuned for episode 1. The ritual goes viral. The room hummed with the nervous energy of 3 young influencers preparing for what they claimed would be their most ambitious stunt yet. Candles line the edges of the darkened space, their flickering flames casting jagged shadows on the walls. At the center of the room lay a pentagram, hastily painted with glow-in-the-dark paint that seemed to pulse faintly under the scattered LED lights. The smell of wax, burning paint, and faintly acrid incense lingered in the air. It was in every way the aesthetic concoction of amateurs attempting to play at something far beyond their understanding. Logically, he said, more to himself than the others, this is it. This is the moment that's going to blow everyone's minds. Lana leaned casually against the wall, her phone in hand as she checked her reflection in the camera. She angled it toward herself, pursing her lips before snapping a quick selfie in front of the glowing pentagram. The lighting's not great, she said, more annoyed than nervous, as she reviewed the photo. Maybe we should have gone with red paint. This green is giving like middle school Halloween party vibes. Would you focus? Derek snapped, glaring at her over his shoulder. This isn't about vibes. It's about summoning Azarak. Jace, crouched by a bundle of candles near the pentagram, fumbled with a box of matches. Are we sure this is safe? He muttered, glancing nervously at the open bottle of lighter fluid next to him. I feel like this whole setup violates at least 5 fire codes. Relax, Derek said, dismissing him with a wave. We've got everything we need. The candles, the incantation, the energy or whatever. It's all legit. This is going to work. And if it doesn't, JECE asked. Then it's still content, Derek replied with a grin. But it will work. Lana finally looked up from her phone. If we actually summon this Azarak guy, what's the plan? Like, are we just gonna interview him or something? No, Lana. We're going to make history. Think about it. Nobody's ever summoned a demon on camera before. We're talking millions of views, sponsorships, a whole new level of fame. This is the kind of thing people will talk about for years. Or we'll go viral for burning the house down, Jace muttered, finally lighting the last candle. Okay, it's done. What now? Now we chant, Derek said, unfolding a piece of paper covered in scribbled Latin phrases. Everybody follow my lead, and don't mess up. It's gotta sound legit. The 3 of them gathered around the pentagram. His voice was loud and exaggerated, each syllable enunciated like he was performing for an audience of thousands. Lana joined in, her voice dramatic but dripping with insincerity, more concerned with how she looked than what she was saying. Jace, standing slightly behind them, stumbled over the unfamiliar words, mumbling half-heartedly as his eyes darted nervously around the room. Lana hesitated mid-chant, looking around. Is it supposed to feel like this? She asked, her voice tinged with unease. Keep going, Derek hissed, his voice tight. It's working. Before anyone could question what working meant, from the center of the pentagram, a shape began to materialize. Azarak, harbinger of despair, stepped forward, his towering figure cloaked in shadow and flame. Skeletal wings spread wide behind him, casting jagged silhouettes across the walls. His eyes glowed with a fierce, burning light, and the shadows around him writhed as though alive. When he spoke, his voice was a thunderclap, echoing with the weight of millennia. Who dares summon Azarak, bringer of ruin? He bellowed, his words vibrating through the very foundations of the room. Speak, mortals. For a moment, the 3 of them simply stared. Derek, ever the opportunist, recovered first. Oh my God, he whispered, his voice trembling with a mix of fear and excitement. We did it. We actually did it. You dare to defy the boundaries of your mortal realm? You will pay for this insolence. Wait, Derek shouted, stepping forward with his hands raised. We didn't mean anything by it. We just wanted to talk. To talk? Azarak growled, his voice lowering into a rumble that sent shivers down their spines. You summoned me, the harbinger of despair, for this? Lana, seemingly unfazed by the otherworldly rage in the demon's voice, took a tentative step forward. You're like really tall, she said, her tone more analytical than scared. Could you spread your wings out a little more? The lighting's kinda bad in here. but I think I can fix it in post. His fiery eyes flicked between the three of them, his ancient mind struggling to comprehend the sheer absurdity of the situation. What madness is this? He muttered, more to himself than to them. What kind of world have I been summoned into? Before he could unleash the full force of his fury, Jace blurted out, "Please don't kill us." Okay, listen. I know this is all a little unconventional, but hear me out. You're already a legend, right? So why not make it official? You and us, we could dominate every platform. Think about it. Azaric, Harbinger of Despair, goes viral. You'll be unstoppable. Azaric stared at him, utterly dumbfounded. In all his millennia of existence, he had never encountered anything like this. Mortals had summoned him before, for power, revenge, unimaginable knowledge, but never for whatever this was. What foolishness has consumed the mortal realm? He demanded, his voice tinged with bewilderment. The three of them didn't answer. They were too busy brainstorming hashtags.